I think a lot of things changed for the better, especially on the level of people understanding and wanting to do actions that have a different set of values. And this, together with the fact that, as I said earlier, Greece is one of the last societies resisting the system. And because of this, a lot of things, a lot of the functions in society, and Greece still up until the crisis, the moment of the crisis, were in a much more social, sustainable format, much more low-key, which is something that's been lost in most developed countries today, in societies. So for this reason, I honestly believe if there was a crisis like the one that happened in Greece in another developed country, such as the United States, then it would be true catastrophe. But here in Greece, they were able to deal with this because of the small-scale format, this more sustainable format, and people understanding this, and also the fact that, of course, culturally in Greece, there is some tradition of solidarity, and always has been before the current financial crisis. And I believe this has a lot to do with historical reasons, whereas Greece throughout the last 150 years had been accepting Greek refugees from all over the world, whether these were refugees from Asia Minor, whether these were the refugees coming from the Middle East, whether these were refugees coming from African countries, Greeks who had lived there for generations, many decades, whether it was Greeks coming from the Soviet Union. So there was a need and understanding of helping people, but also has to do that a lot of the people here had experienced this themselves. So that's why they were capable of understanding the importance in such a specific example situation of helping the other people. And the other historical reason is, of course, that for most of the Greek population lived under the Ottoman Empire for 5 centuries. And the Ottoman Empire, the minorities, had to self-organize themselves as communities. They had their social needs and their communal needs had to be created and organized by themselves, self-organized basically. There wasn't a system above them taking care of this. They had to build their own schools, their own hospitals, and so forth. So when you have this format and this structure where self-organization of a community is very important, self-organization means that people have to get together and have to do things together, irrelevant of their social class or their social status. It's a cooperation, collaboration between everybody.